We are back in the building. We are back in the building. When I tell you, welcome, welcome. Team No Excuses presents the Ray Lewis Show. I'm your host. They call me Ray Lewis, but a lot of people call me Sugar. And today, I want to check in right quick because I have been following this Tour de France, and I'm telling you, wow. Hats off to the Tour de France, the way that these guys fight through every day. It's amazing. And when I go out on my bike, I try some of these things and I realize, Lewis, you're not a professional. You're not there yet. So I had to come back to the drawing board for everybody who's been following my cycling journey. I had to start all over again. My goodness, there's 10 levels, 50 levels to what those guys are doing out there. Once again, hats off to the Tour de France. I mean, this week has been a really awesome week. Got my kids down and everybody's coming home from college and we're just sharing all these memories together. My little brother's birthday and just, oh my gosh. And I called Coach and I want to bring Coach in because I'm not going to have a guest this week. We're going to be quick because I realize how amazing laughter is. Like really in your spirits where you laugh so hard you actually cry, right? And I called Coach and I told Coach about it. So without further ado, championship mentality. Coach, get in here. I truly believe this. First of all, what's up, brother? But I truly believe this. The only thing that kept us somewhat sane is the laughter that we had in our camps. What's up?
Hey, how you doing, man? I'm telling you, man, I know everybody know about the grind we went through and how hard we worked. But I'm telling you, man, there's no way that we would have made that through without the laughter and some of the joy and happiness that we had along the way. We really would have been super crazy. And so our principle for today is short, it's sweet, it's simple, and it's about laughter and it's about happiness. And sometimes you have to ask yourself, when the last time did I laugh?
Yeah.
Like really laughed out loud. Like you ever had one of those laughs where you like crying or your stomach hurting real bad? And I know it's a lot going on out there in the world and it's tough when you're pursuing your vision. But brother, I'm so happy that we had a chance to laugh along the way. And the Bible says that laughter it's like medicine for the soul.
Yeah.
And so that's so important. And it also talk about there's a time to laugh and there's a time to cry. We don't have a problem with the crying part, but lately in this world, we've been having a problem with the laughter part.
Yeah.
So to all our soldiers out there, all of us that are on this championship mentality journey together, have you some fun, man, and don't forget about the principle today of laughing and having that fun factor in your journey.
Well, see, it's funny because, right, life is simply better when you're laughing, right? We know that. But the fact is, laughter is a gift, right? It's a choice. It's our right. And I'm telling you this, like the thing, first of all, let me slow down because there's certain things that I cry about when I tell stories about you. But because I love you so much, I won't tell these stories on the show today.
You know what? You know what? Okay. All right. Hey, man, you got to think over these years, man, we had some stories. Let me tell one real quick. We ain't not even going nobody.
Be careful, Coach. Be careful to tell these stories now. I got many of them.
It's been a lot over the years, but one day, right, we had a nice long week of work, and so it's the weekend, so that's our time off. All of a sudden, Ray, like, okay, we're going to put in a little work this weekend. Okay, no problem. On our day off, we'll still do some work. So this group from Magic Johnson camp called. They like, hey, we want Ray to come down up here in New York. I forgot the expensive part of New York is in, but it's fancy. You know, I'm from Savannah. I'm from the projects. So we going up here in this thing in New York. It's Magic Johnson.
The Hamptons.
That's it. It's, you know, it's Dennis Rodman, it's Magic Johnson, it's all kind of celebrities. I'm like, wow, I got my workout clothes packed though. So, you know, but I got a little something for nighttime in case we step out. So we work, and the next day Ray got some people from the University of Miami. They were like, yeah, we got a yacht, Ray. Why don't you and your trainer come on the yacht? We got a whole bunch of people. I'm like, well, man, I don't really do no yachts like that. I don't really do water like that. I could swim, but I don't really do water like that. So we go on the yacht, and they like, okay, y'all, we getting ready to dock. We need everybody to jump off the boat, jump off, and swim to the shore. I thought it was a prank. I think that show was out when they was pranking people that time, because I'm the only one that was looking around like, man, I ain't about to jump in this water and swim to no shore. Man, there's people diving off, but I'm not going. Ray, like, my trainer, man, he ain't gonna jump out. There's people diving off. I mean, they doing swans off the yacht. Man, the captain was like, this guy right here, he's not gonna leave. So they had to take the whole rest of us, man, to another port to dock because I was not jumping off that yacht and swimming to the shore. He thought it was funny, crying, laughing, and we still talking about this story 17 years later. But, man, I wasn't raised to be jumping off no yacht in no water. I couldn't.
Hey, Coach, listen, I'm gonna just ask you for your permission. Can I further that conversation about that cab ride, or should I let that pass?
No, man, we ain't dealing with that cab ride situation. We ain't dealing with that. Some things is, how they say some things you just don't talk about. No, that's in house right there.
All right,
y'all just need to know that we did a lot of laughing, a lot of fun stories along the way, and it was crazy. But I don't care if you tell it.
You don't care? You don't care?
No. Let's let that one go. We ain't gonna tell that. We'll say that one for a book or something.
See, but we talking about laughter, though. We talking about laughter. You got.
All right, go ahead and tell them. Go ahead and tell them.
Okay, thank you, Coach. So we continue this trip, everybody, and so we get off the boat, and we getting ready to jump back and get back in New York, and we got to take this car ride, and we get in this car, and Monte has on some light brown khakis. Linen, man. I had on a nice linen set. So he had on these linen pants. And I say, so we get in traffic, and traffic really bad. It's really bad. And he say, Lou, I gotta piss, Lou. I say, T, it's a lot of traffic out here. And ain't no side roads, ain't no gas stations, ain't nothing. This all we got is the highway, T. Ain't no bottles in the car, ain't nothing in the car.
Nah, we done had a gallon of water. Let's keep it all in context. Cab ride just taking us to the airport. I'm like, man, is it a restroom anywhere close? I'm sorry, sir. It's an accident up here. Traffic backed up 35 miles. 35 miles? I gotta go to this bathroom.
This man halfway into it, he say, Lou, I can't hold it no more. He say, Lou, I can't hold it no more, Lou. We get out the car and get ready to go in the airport. And this man got a whole sweater wrapped around his waist because he done pissed all in his pants.
Nah, I pissed. Never mind.
On the side. And this man walked through that with that sweater wrapped around him. Man, let me tell you something. I think I cried for days thinking about this man in this car. But the point is, I'm telling you guys, you don't stop laughing when you grow older. You grow older when you stop laughing. Like we gotta keep laughing. Like me and this dude, there's so many embarrassing moments that we've had in our life. There's so many things that just kept us going. And I'm telling you, like, it's so much going on in this world, and it's so many things that just distract us from just laughter, just getting it out and just being you. It's okay. A lot of people, know me for always being serious, right? But if my sons and my family, they know I'm the biggest comedian in my entire family. Like it's just what I do, right? Because it's what balances me out, right? So growing older is, me and Monte talk about it all the time. It's not even an option because the way we laugh, the times we had with me, Monte, and then we started to realize this, and I'm telling you guys this. Life is an instant vacation. I promise you, daily, I take about 52 vacations a day by myself. I laugh at myself more than anybody. I come through the house, I do some of the craziest stuff you will ever see me come through this house. But it's the balance of life. And that's why today we wanted to make it more lighthearted so you guys can understand, yeah, we're serious guys, and yeah, we love the grind, and yeah, we love, right, always being who we are. But man, let me tell you something. You gotta find somebody that just makes you cry laughing. So that's why, Coach, I appreciate you letting me get that story out.
Oh, of course, man. And to our team, it's an excellent principle to have, because you really chasing this vision. Yeah. All these weeks we talked about and sharing the light on all these principles. Yeah. But a lot of times we miss that one about that laughter and that joy. And learn to laugh and learn to be happy with what you've got until you pursue, and while you pursue what you want, while you're pursuing your vision. Learn to laugh and be happy right where you are. There are people that I've seen with a lot of money with no joy, with no laughter. So there are people out there that's chasing money and figuring, I'll get the laughter and I'll get the joy once I get the money. And that game is sold separately. Just like happiness and joy is so separate from your bank account. You know what I mean? It's so, you can have money and be miserable. It's so separate from travel. You can have money and you could travel the world. Yeah. But if you don't have that same happiness, you'll land in that same resort, that same island, wherever you're going, unhappy. And so it's sold separately. And so it's so important to understand that happiness, joy, laughter, how it's all connected, and it's such a valuable principle. So don't skip the movie. Don't skip the play. Don't skip the concert. Don't skip the workouts if that's what makes you happy. That's my passion. So I'm not going to skip it. And so to our team out there, man, just connect it to your passion again. Remember, because there's going to be days that you're not going to want to laugh. Absolutely. Days that you're not going to be happy. And your vision is going to have to be connected to your passion, because if not, then you're going to quit. But if you're doing your vision and your vision gives you energy, then naturally you're going to have fun and you're going to laugh along the way.
Coach, we doing that 12-mile run. We doing that 12-mile run on the beach. And I look back and I tell you, I said, come on, Coach. from Remember the Titans, I say, you're killing me, Petey. I say, you got to catch up, man. Coach, what was the famous line that you told me? And I passed out in the middle of the workout.
I mean, we done lifted weights. We've done over 1,000 ab variations. You know what I mean? Others trainers out there, they ain't in the grind like this 4 and 5 times a day. They kind of just telling you what to do. So I'm actually having to do it. We going through this 12 miles, and this man like, come on, pick it up. And I'm thinking that this man thinking I'm getting ready to go to the league. And I just quietly and confidently have to remind him, Lou, I ain't going to the damn league. I'm not going to the league. And so, he think it's funny, man, but those times I'll be at my point like, man, we've done enough, and I'm not going to the league, bro. I'm doing the best I can, but you acting like I'm getting ready to be Adrian Peterson. You acting like I'm getting ready to be out here running routes and all that stuff like that. Nah, man, them days over. Just because you can condition, I don't mean you can play football. All you got to do is run across that middle one time. You'll find out what's going on. So I knew my place.
Man.
But we laughed a whole lot, man. And we got those memories that we could create, that we building upon. And that's it, man. Like happiness, progress is the foundation for happiness.
Yeah.
And so when you're progressing towards something, it could be a to-do list. You scratch it off, you feel a certain way. You want to lose weight and you don't want to lose 20 pounds, but you lost 5. Making progress, man, is the foundation for happiness and laughter. So it's not just laughing just to be laughed or being happy just to be happy. What we're saying is along this championship journey while you pursuing your vision, make sure that you include this along the way.
Absolutely.
Because what a terrible feeling it'll be to get the results at the end of it with no joy and no laughter.
Even in a time where things are serious, right? Like when you came back in the house and my whole gate was tore down. I don't know how my gate got tore down.
Oh, this man really going there today. Okay, I see how this going. Oh, he going way back.
Coach,
he going back.
This coach get on my 4-wheeler, and coach say he gonna take a little ride on the 4-wheeler. I'm in the house. I said, Coach, go ahead, man. Go ahead. Just jump on one of the 4-wheelers. You know how to ride it. Just go ahead. He jumped on one of the 4-wheelers. And he come back in the house and he say, Lou, I need to talk to you. I say, man, what you want to talk to me about, man? He said, I need you to walk outside with me. I say, man, what done happened? I walk outside and I'm telling you, my 4-wheeler is upside down. The gate is tore off the hinges. It's just disaster. And I look at him, I say, you all right, Coach? He said, I'm all right, Lou. I say, well, we can get another gate and we can buy another 4-wheeler.
Boy, I was so happy that you gave me that response because I saw Mr. Jake before I went in the house. God rest in peace, Mr. Jake, who was his housekeeper. I mean, he knew everything around that property. I say, Mr. Jake, I swear I pressed the brakes, but that thing kept going. I said, about how much this is to get this gate fixed? He said, oh, well, Monte, we're looking at about 7,000 to 10,000. 7,000 to 10,000? Shh. I said, that's my whole paycheck. Man, I was done. But anyway, I can't believe this man done brought this right here up. Man, y'all get the point of today's show. Man, have fun with people that you growing with, people that's on your team. Y'all should be creating memories that you could laugh about years from now. Don't take yourself too serious, man.
Yeah.
Have some fun along the way. Y'all know we grind, still grinding. But we always say, man, don't cheat us, man. We laugh a whole lot, man.
Look, I'm telling you, like, I think the truth is, man, like, our team, when you talk about me, Monte, Rohan, and Ed Reed, it was the times we've had, the only thing that brought us through it was laughter. Because we're sitting in the house one day, and it starts to rain outside. And everybody's looking at me like, oh, okay. So the workouts must be over today. You know, we ain't got no workouts today.
I wrote about this.
What happened, Coach? What happened that day, Coach?
I mean, me and Ed shut that thing off because, you know, like training is a mindset. It's like a switch. You know, you turn it on, you turn it off. But you would figure in Florida, and some of you that, you know, follow us, you've heard the story. But when it's starting to thunder and lightning in Florida, that's when you turn the switch off. Me and Ed, we turned the switch off, man. Next thing you know, this man come downstairs, weighted vest on, like he fully dressed to go outside for a workout. What are you doing raining? It's raining outside, man, but we got 4 flights of stairs. We can go up there and hit these 21 times, and when we get up there, we do push-ups, come back down, do what? And so, man, we wasn't laughing then, but when we think back on it now, man, we were crazy. And these stories we laugh about, there were times you couldn't go to sleep without maybe somebody up pouring water on you while you sleep, just to keep you sharp, keep you on your toes. So we on this flight, and it's just me, Ray, and Ed on this flight. So Ed thought because we was on this flight, it was all good. You know, water rules over because ain't no jug of water, nothing like that in the little plane. Man, Ed fall asleep in the plane. Ray done messed around and found this little cup. I mean, little cup, like one of those. It was tiny, and he fills it up with water, about this much. And he go over to Ed, and he just poured all on Ed's face, you know. And all I remember is Ed just waking up hot. I mean, Ed hot as fish grease. I mean, he hotter than that Friday night fish grease. And man, he woke up and said, Lou, on the plane, man? You playing like this on the plane? And so Ed was so mad I couldn't laugh then, but Ray was crying, laughing. And man, we still talk about that. Man, that was 12, 13 years ago. And
the best
again,
one,
man,
the best one, I'm gonna end the show in a minute, but the best one is when you were asleep in Hawaii on that couch.
You know what? I'll see y'all next week on Championship Mentality.
I took a bucket, I took a garbage can, till you sleep on the couch.
Passed out. Because we at the Pro Bowl, but we worked out. Who works out at the Pro Bowl? We up there, we doing push-ups. Hold up, make sure that's military push-ups now. So by the time the night come, I'm tired. Let me take a little quick nap before I go upstairs and change.
And I took a garbage can. I mean, I'm talking about a tall garbage can. And it took me about 7 minutes to fill this garbage can up. And I walked out. And I mean, he was sleeping so perfectly. His hands was on his chest. He was just laying back. And I came from the front of him and I took the garbage can and I said, "Douche!" I said, "It's a fire. It's a fire." He jumped up and hit his knee on the floor. Jumped up and hit his knee on the floor and said, "No."
Man, I was knocked out sleep, man. So sometimes it just wasn't funny at the moment, but you look back and it was funny. But this man here, man, he wouldn't give us no breaks, man. We in Hawaii, we got to work out. You can't take a quick nap while everybody chilling.
That was the rule. That was the rule, though. The rule was, if you're gonna go to sleep, tell the crew you're gonna go to sleep. Don't just go to sleep. That's disrespectful. That's disrespectful to the team. We had a rule, right? My mom and them, everybody tell you there's a rule in the house. If you get sleepy, announce, "I am sleepy. I'm gonna take a nap." Okay, everyone? And then you get a pass. Listen, brother, I'm telling you, man, this is why we do what we do. Listen, for everybody who's out there, like, this is not something that we create. It's an everyday thing. Like, we find different ways to laugh. We take different captions of movies and we recite them over and over. 5 Heartbeats, Remember the Titans are some of our favorites, but we got so many and we just go day in and day out, but we find different ways because life is hard. Life is extremely hard and we know it's hard. That's all the principles that we've been giving you guys is to keep fighting through life. But I'm telling you this, one of the principles that you must adopt is laughter. And you got to find somebody or find something, right? One of my youngest sons, I'm down here now with his friends. And he said, when you was training, how do you turn off? He said, like, how do you take a break from it? And I told him on the beach, I said, man, I found different ways to laugh. Like, I found television shows that make me laugh. Like, I found people that make me laugh. Like, I got a couple of homeboys that all you got to do is call them, and the first 30 seconds you in tears just by what's coming out their mouth, right? And it's the same thing about life. Like, every day we have to look for these things to help complete us as human beings. So, Coach, let me tell you something, man. I appreciate you, brother. Like,
yes, sir. And I just wanted, everybody out there to really understand and really still go into that self-assessment mode, like we talked about earlier. When the last time you laughed?
Yeah.
Who you laugh around? I mean, when's the last time you tried something different? You know, a different experience that could just bring you new memories and a new sense of happiness and joy. When the last time you danced?
Wow.
Sometimes you have to get in this yourself and put on some music and dance and create your own laughter and your own happiness. And what we're saying, man, in a sad world, man, please try to balance it out some type of way with some joy and laughter in your life. All right? Appreciate you, bro.
See, Keith, I appreciate you. And when T talking about dancing, so if people don't know, we're in two totally different fraternities. I'm gonna let you say what you are. I'm gonna say what I am.
Oh yeah, Kappa Alpha Psi to the day I die, baby.
I'm a Q. And so we have our ways of dancing. And boy, when we dance. And it's an all-night dance. But when we get together and dance, my.
It's a bunch of laughs. You know, it's like sometimes the last time somebody danced was maybe when they went to the club. And I'm saying you don't even have to go to the club to dance to create your own happiness from your own substance.
We dance in the house.
Yeah. I mean, create your own substance of happiness. You can do it from who you are, man.
Hey, brother, I appreciate you, man. Thank you for today, man. It gets no better than this, brother. I love you to death, man.
Love for life, boy.
Yeah, love for life. Look, it's interesting when we talk about, like, what does it mean to actually laugh? You know, a lot of people who's, you know, trying to really stay healthy in life, right? I want you to think about, like, laughter actually strengthens your immune system. If you didn't know these things, right? Like, it boosts your mood, right? It diminishes pain, right? It protects us from damage and effects of stress. Like, we stress so much. We're always stressing. We're always going to the next thing and going and doing this and doing that. But laughter takes that away for a minute, right? I'll give you a quick story, but it's a good story, right? This person, I won't say his name, but he's struggling with cancer and just going through it. And I knew the only way to get him to smile for a minute was to make him laugh. And he always loved to see me act silly. So I jumped up and started dancing in front of him. And if you could have saw his smile, if you could have just saw the way he looked when he saw me just being silly in front of him, right? This young kid who just went through some trauma, lost both of his parents. Anyway, don't want to down the mood, but he's been through a lot, you know. And I walked in the room, and to see his smile, to see his laughter come out, like that's why we do what we do. Let me tell you the takeaways, right? Laughter relaxes the whole body. The whole body. Laughter triggers the release of endorphins. Like these are practical things that happen every time you laugh. Laughter protects the heart. It protects the heart. Laughter, guess what? If you're a workout buff, laughter actually burns calories. Think about, you can burn calories by laughing. Laughter lightens anger's heavy load. A lot of us like to get angry over things, but laughter lightens that load. Laughter, nobody can prove it, but laughter may even help you live longer because your heart is free. Humor, it lightens your burdens. It inspires hope. It connects us to others, right? It keeps us grounded. It keeps us focused. And it helps us release anger. And we get rid of that ugliness way sooner. That's why shows like this, or moments like this, or principles like this are needed. Every day of your life, find a way to laugh, and you will figure out that no pain lasts always. No pain. This week, trade in your moments of worry, doubt, fear, or stress. Trade it in with laughter. no matter how deep the pain, I want you to laugh through it. Never forget when I tore my tricep, one of my last game playing against Dallas, I tore my tricep and I came to the sideline and the doctor touched my arm and she was able to push her hand all the way through the other side of my arm because my tricep was gone. And she was like, I never thought I'd say this, Ray, but I'm so mad that you gotta end your career like this. And she says, why are you laughing? Why are you smiling? If you ever saw the video of me in the sideline, I'm smiling with a torn tricep because I took pain and I converted it into purpose. So in my mind, my mind was already made up where other people had to look and think about the journey. My journey was simple. I will be back, and I will be back to lead my team to a Super Bowl. Imagine that. And that came from laughter. That came from me just converting it into the right energy. Listen, God bless you. Have an amazing week. And this week, it's about finding a way to laugh, getting around people that just makes you cry in tears laughing. God bless you. Thank you for joining the show. First time, come on back. If you've been here all the time, you know what we do. Be blessed. Have an amazing weekend.